What's good, B1 family? How y'all doing this morning? Let's get to it. I saw this today and I was like, you know what? It's got a point. We saw what happened with Hallie. Hallie ain't got none of her kids. And she's paying alimony and child support. I don't know if she's paying alimony. I know she's paying child support. Yeah, when this all, if it dissolves and goes bad, they walking away with all the money. Granted, he's supposed to be crazy rich, Serena's husband, but he's still gonna walk away with her money somehow, some way. I've never seen a black woman divorce a W man and walk away up. It is what it is. We've seen it too many times. Robert De Niro's wife, some other cats. She ain't walking way up. They not walking way up if it ever happens. So, hope they're ready for the long haul, and hopefully these two gentlemen, don't change their mind. Now, B1 family, this quote, next gentleman, I think he's a Democratic shill because you listen to his talking points. He's kind of all over the place. He's a Pan-Africanist. I think he's Pan-Africanist. He doesn't say it out right, but you go to his page and some of his talking points. Well, we'll just let his words prove who he is.
Alafia. Hope everybody's been well, they're doing well, and so on. I know it's been a while, but I want to talk about capitalism and how racism is a byproduct of capitalism. And I think this is important because a lot of times us as black people, as Africans in the diaspora and Africans worldwide, we get caught off balance trying to fight racism and not understanding what the true cause of our problems. Okay. So I have made tons of videos about this. You said that, I'm suggesting that we kept a variety of African traditions, which we have, and yet at the same time, your ancestors, because I'm not going to say mine, but your ancestors never told you that you were African. Now, I made so many videos about that I'm not going to really get too deep in that. If you want to know what I got to say about that, you can go through my catalog and find that. I'm at the point where trying to teach y'all something is a moot point, but I'm still gonna rebut the nonsense I see in here. But one of the things that our black community has been known for, even to this day, has been an anti-education, anti-science, and anti-learning environment. Now, we always talk about the few Africans in America who have made changes, and have created things. But that's not really our culture, because for it to be our culture, it would have to be many people doing it. We would have to be known as people who do science. We would have to be known as people who are logical and educational. And there's few in between of us who actually are about learning, then there are people who follow trends, follow threads, and follow misinformation.
Whose man's is this? Because he got to be getting paid. Because what? The Carter G. Woodsons, the Francis Cress Welsings, the Booker T. Washingtons, what? The Dr. Claude Andersons. Like, whose man's is this? We weren't known for education. We weren't known for intellectual thinking. What? Elijah McCoy, all the patents we have, all the inventions we've done, traffic light, refrigeration, ice cream, the potato chip, Mr. Crumb, Modern day black Americans, from the culinary world to the scientific world, and all points in between. What are you talking about, dude? That's what I'm saying. So I think he's a Pan-African Democrat shield, all rolled into one. Or maybe they've always been one and the same, right? Because what are you talking about? And you notice how he's like, oh, your ancestors. Then he's like, oh, our black community. So, B1 family, if you've seen this Negro before, because I think he's been around, I think he's trying to reinvent himself. Some told me he's been around and he just laid low and now he's popped back up. Email me who he is or send me or tag me in a video, depending on where you see this. Because, yeah, and brother, you know, you can, the nose hairs, go ahead and, you know what I'm saying? Look that up.
And it just shows. It really shows. But one thing that we have to realize is that our community was against education. And the reason why your parents don't know much about Africa, and they don't know much about being Indian too, let's be real. That's what I keep telling y'all. Show me culture. Show me something your ancestors told you that proves that you're from America. There's never anything. It's just your grandma saying we Cherokee because she was trying to fight against being African.
Oh, you're a disrespectful bastard. Okay. All right, B1 family. So he's saying, show me what makes you Native American. Brother, show us what makes us African. And don't be trying to say jambalaya and jollof. Jollof is bland as shit. Jollof is whatever. Jambalaya is a culinary masterpiece. It's an artwork made edible. Jollof is you just doing shit. All right, show me, cause yeah, cause yeah. Which one of y'all doing this, FBA fam? Which one of y'all doing this? Which one of y'all got anybody in your family remember doing this? I don't know. I've never done it. I don't know if my family's ever done it. So what's Buddy talking about?
Long time ago.
So here we have another pretendian laughing about the oral traditions of Native Americans, right? And he goes on to talk about oral traditions and how it's just so funny. And I find it funny that whenever you ask one of these pretendians, what's your oral traditions? What did your family pass down that tells you that you're Native? What is your origin story? What is your creation story? They never answer. You know, they answer it with a question, which I don't know if they think I'm as dumb as they are, but anytime you answer a question with a question, it only proves that you don't know the answer of the question. That's just a tactic. But they do it all the time because they don't have answers. Most of the time, they're not even the original thought producers, are the originators of their whole concept.
So I wonder if this man would deny that Walter Plecker did what he did, right? I wonder if he would do that. I wonder if he would deny that ever happened, right?
All right, racists.
I am not sure how to make this any clearer. There is no such thing as Indigenous DNA.
Welcome back to class. Today we're going to discuss the federally recognized jokes that claim to be sovereign. I guess in their world you can belong to the government and be partial from it at the same time, which makes no sense whatsoever. It's no secret that Native Americans are in bed with the US government. Hell, they remind us daily. It's a badge of honor to be a bitch for white men. But the biggest joke of all is the fact that there has never been a Native American president. This country doesn't respect Native Eskimos, yet you all have the scars on your knees for this country. You claim to be the first on this land, but The first 7 presidents of this country were Indigenous Black American men, which makes me wonder, is this why you try so hard to be toxic online? Is it because you don't exist in history before 1867? Because the minute Black Americans start doing deep dive genealogy, out come the insults. You call them pretendians, weibos, and you drop passive-aggressive memes for showing their genealogy. You're mad at Black Americans for showing their family tree? Why? Why does that make you all so mad? Is it because you're ashamed of being from Germany, Siberia, and Mexico? You're all immigrants, which makes sense because so is the US government. It's an immigrant-led corporation. You cannot claim to be outside of the system while actively participating in the system. You are all feds. That's why you all spiral like crackheads on social media, projecting your insecurities. When the administrative state collapses, the paperwork validating your false identity collapses right along with it. Meaning, when the US ceases to exist, so will you. Because you all depend on DNA testing, which is only proven to be assumptive and biased. If you really are who you say you are, then prove it with your ancestry. Until then, you're just angry pretendians with no identity. And you won't stop Black Americans from gaining their true identity. It's going to happen, no matter how any of you feel. So acting like children online is a waste of time. There's nothing you can do about it. Not even your fake Bureau of Indian Affairs that has only existed since 1824. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
I wonder what he has to say about that. See, this is a WLGBT man. Oh, and that WLGBT man, he wasn't done there. He got more.
Right, racists, we're going to address this again since the inferior people are struggling. Black Americans are the only indigenous people on this land. Melanated people are the only people around the world who are indigenous on every land, no matter their ethnic group. Uncivilized lands all have the same genetic connection. Melanated skin with varying shades of brown. And those groups are not connected to Africa, just like Black Americans aren't connected to Africans ethnically. The actual American Indian, known as the Black Americans, are the ethnic group of North America, not descendants of Africans. Let's dismantle the greatest public relations fraud ever committed, the desperate multiracial campaign to erase the true indigenous Black American from this land. There is a coordinated effort, a relentless lie, designed to make Black Americans believe they are a guest in someone else's house. But the unchangeable archaeological and historical truth is that Black Americans are the foundation.
Black Americans are the what? Oh, they know. Don't think they don't know, but I'm gonna let them finish cooking.
They were here first. And by here, I mean the world. Every country. Every strip of land. And they built the civilization that we are all destroying. The lie about Africa is to confuse and mislead so that the theft can keep going on. Black Americans weren't even considered African American until 1988 by Jesse Jackson, a known Cherokee Indian. So they'll pay a Black American leader to lie and sell out, while classifying himself correctly despite the lie. If Black Americans came from Africa by boat in the 1600s, America didn't figure this out until 1988? And this isn't just a white lie. This is a lie woven by $5 pretendians, by secret treaties between immigrant groups, by decades of policy and propaganda all aimed at one single goal, convincing the world that the original people of this soil simply do not exist. They have every story in the world about the false history. And then you ask for ship manifest and evidence of ships, and then suddenly they can't produce them. But they could show you evidence of the Titanic hundreds of feet under the ocean. They won't even show you the entirety of the Titanic under the water. Only a corner of this ship. They still parse that history. They have reclassified the true indigenous people, renamed you, and redrawn maps around you, hoping you would forget the land your spirit is made from. Now they deploy their little native influencers online, armed with fraudulent petitions and digital picket signs, begging platforms to remove you from your own story. They are performing a pathetic pantomime of indigeneity. If you are indigenous, why would you need outside help? What are they protecting? If you're truly indigenous Native Americans, how could someone take that from you? Why the sudden panic? Every post they make, every petition they circulate is an admission. You've been caught, and now history will be made. Every other race are the visitors. It is time, Black Americans. Time for you to start acting like the host in your home, because all of this is yours. It is time you start acting like the host.
Now his TikTok is however comma. You can go check him out. Go follow him if you want. Go support. Go throw some likes on it. But people know, and now that we're standing on business, folk know, and they say they keep showing these ambiguous androgynous ethnic looking Negroes. Cause he look like he mixed, like he got a white parent, but he's not when he's hyper mixed where he's super light skinned, almost butter colored. Cause we've seen him. He looks like he's one of those original mixed Negroes. So now, Victor, why is this a problem? Why is he an issue? Because he was coming after our brother OBM Chaos.
Alafia. So let me address this. Excuse me, I just got back from the gym, so I'm kind of, sweaty. But let me address this. My man said, what's deeper than the legacy of Black American cultural influence and brilliance? There's no comparison, no matter how you slice it. So allow me to reiterate, he says that God is watching, or our Father's watching. I don't care about your God. Anyway, what this is called main character syndrome, and our community is steeped in it, right? Just like you said, there's no comparison. We're the best. We are the only ones that have fought for anything. We are the only ones that have done anything. We are the only ones that make music. We are the only ones that do anything on this earth. It goes far and far back. I hear it all the time. People, we're the first to do this and we're the first to do that. And like I always say, what have you done? But that's for another conversation. But this main character syndrome is really a mental problem, and a problem that actually hinders us as a people to actually grow. And I'm going to put this from the macro level of the Black community saying it to the micro level of people like you who believe it.
Oh yeah, I heard what he said. But see, this is his page, his profile. Always honor the ancestors. But you was talking shit about the ancestors because we have indigenous bloodlines. We're mixed. We are the admixture of the sprinkle of Africans that came here and the indigenous. And unfortunately, our enslavers. Always honor the ancestors. They paved the paths we walk on. Tribe of Us, Inc. Oh, okay. All right. Now, what is this? Hold on. I went to the video and, yeah. Evidently, this is supposed to be his song. I'm not going to play it because I don't want your ears to bleed. But, yeah. Okay. And remember, I told you he's all over the place. See, this is where this main character syndrome thing he says we have. Bad Bunny is a bad man. You gotta watch Negroes like this. You gotta watch him because he popped up, and so we can go ahead and shut him down too. Because we don't need you gaining any traction. We're still we all in the head, and we don't need you trying to put some glue on the track and slow us down. Now, Be One Family. I don't know what type of cultural experience this is. But hey, we don't get down like that, man. You over there hugging the leg of an animal, leg, and just having the time of your life. And he's Asian. Huh. Okay, all right. Do what you do. We not doing that. Because we see W folk, they have a horse and they help the horse relieve itself. They get in there and they get going. And it's like a normal day. And then they rub like their hair. I'm like, whoa, what? You just go put your hand, you just got through, and then you want to put your hand in your hair, on your face, on your clothes. Okay. All right. So Be One Family, don't you ever let nobody tell you what we do culturally is weird. No. We're the most hygienic people. We scream, boy, we beat that in the heads of our kids. Wash your hands. Go wash your damn hands. You better not touch that food. You wash your hands. Yeah, let me smell them. Now go wash them again. We quick to do that. We're different culturally, and we need people just put respect on our culture. Cause yeah.
Subject. I'm just trying to like.
Do you have curls and braids? Yes.
Don't touch a woman's hair.
I'm not supposed to touch a woman's hair, but I'm gay.
Ever
so
touch a woman's
Baby, you white.
I am white.
Don't touch my hair ever again.
That's where I stopped it. I was like,
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You're right. I'm so sorry. I was admiring the beauty.
she is gorgeous.
Where you
don't have
from?
to touch.
Huh?
Where are you from?
Oklahoma.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Don't do that again.
Touch everybody. So you're right. I'm sorry.
Exactly. I'm Puerto Rican.
Like I said, put respect on us culturally. Don't be touching a woman's hair. Don't be touching black people's hair. Because once again, y'all don't wash your hands like that. We don't need y'all passing along nothing. Feces, urine, food, dog saliva, cat saliva, pet dander, whatever you say. Don't do that. Don't touch nobody's hair. That energy, that bad energy, no. Keep your hands to yourself. And speaking to W folk, listen to this.
White people can't say nigga. White people are the only ones that can say nigga because we invented the damn word. Anybody else using it is just appropriating white culture. How are you going to tell me I can't use something pioneered by my ancestors? That's like telling an Asian they can't eat sushi. Or a Mexican they can't start drinking at noon. Or a lesbian they can't get the playoff haircut of a 12-year-old boy as a 40-year-old woman. And then they'll gaslight you. Be like, hey man, you ain't even got no culture, nigga. Sorry, where'd that last word come from? Yeah, that'll be $1.30 per usage. You want reparations, I want royalties. But no, go ahead, just take it like a tricycle off a front lawn. Absolute culture vultures. Get some of your own thoughts, okay? Tell me an Ice Cube song is not just a David Allan Coe song with a different tempo. Niggas in the hood and we doing bad stuff. Niggas in the hood, they doing bad stuff. I mean, the word that you guys use to identify each other is a term we came up with to make fun of you for being ooga booga. And then you're like, hey, if you say that, we gonna chimp though. We know. And it's not all black people. It's just the ones that who it is.
Oh, he's feeling good, but see, he's on the internet. People do a lot of things on the internet. They get real spicy on the internet. They don't do anything in real life. You know, you guys see me. I'm out here. People see me wearing this shirt, which are available. They see me wearing the Blackout shirt. They even see me wearing the Blackout shirt that was messed up because I needed to wear something. I was like, man, I'm outside. So people see me. And they give me looks. Some people give me looks like, what the hell is that? Really? And then some people give me looks like, I'm going to get that. But see, it's easy to do stuff he does from the front seat of your vehicle where you can turn it on and skirt away. The Negroes almost got me. Because that's what they do. But we don't expect nothing less from these Neanderthals, right? We can't disillusion ourselves. I like showing things like that because some of us, you know, might get lost in the sauce. And the ones who do, we need to know who they are so we can kindly move them out the way. We can't put them in no positions of power to make decisions because they'll go and take our plans and hand it right over to the Caucasian man. Be like, hey, this is what we're finna do. This is the day we're finna do it. And this is how we're finna do it. And we end up getting thwarted on something that we can do to better ourselves and elevate from positions we are. We can't let that happen.
Okay, let's get it started, no? Hello everybody, my name is Jose and I know fucking black. Neighbor next door, he said, good morning my nigga, hope everything go well. I turn around, it's like, you know, like how my nigga? No, very good question. How do I look nigga to you? Like look at my skin, look at the hair. This is not nigga skin. You understand what I said? No, I don't like that. I don't like that. No, I don't like that. I know identifier, but I know black anymore. You guys thinking this is all a game? This is no game. Do I look like a game to you?
That was just a reminder for those who want to try to turn around and say they're black or try to acquiesce and sneak your way into Black Society, Foundational Black American Society. You can't. That's done. That door's been closed. We've shoved everybody out. In fact, we've created a new space where you had to qualify to get in. You have to qualify to get in. You have to have proof. You got to be able to say who you are, where you're from, and all these other things. And we ask deep questions. See, people can do surface level stuff. That's why I don't share too much. And they can do surface level stuff and kind of, get past those few hurdles. But the deep cultural things, that is FBA. Well, you can't hide that. You can't hide that because we're going to ask you the right questions. Now, there are Sambos who grew up in our culture, right? The Clarence Thomases didn't come out of nowhere. The James Clyburns didn't come out of nowhere. We have those in the culture. So, unfortunately, they're there. We will deal with them. We just got to make sure we don't let nobody else in so we can properly deal with all the issues we have here in Foundational Black American Society and put them in the categories they need to be in so we can stay focused on our main goals. All right, we deal with these issues and stay focused on our main goals because we're people that can chew gum and walk at the same time.
So I was having a conversation with an older white man recently, part of the 1%, if you will, about racism. And his take was racism does not exist because he's never experienced it. Okay? What I need for you malicious ass mayo monsters and you corny ass cuckolding coons to understand is that just because you haven't experienced something doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And I acknowledge that I have a certain level of privilege because of the way that I look. But even with that privilege, I experience it all the time. Like I was working at a diner in New Iberia and this mixed bitch, or she may have been mixed, she may have been white, don't know, don't care. She tried to tell me that because I'm pretty, I should have kids with a white man. That way my kids will be cute. Mind you, she had kids with a white man and them motherfuckers were ugly as fuck. Little aliens, if you will.
Wait. I was drinking water when you said it. I was, I try to keep me some hydration going. So let me say this real quick. Because we are so mixed down, gone are the days where mostly black man, mostly genetically black man, mostly genetically white woman have the traditional light-skinned babies. These babies be damn near white. Coming out, Patrick Mahomes. I ain't talking about Colin Kaepernick. I think he a shade or two darker than Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, this dude I went to church with, most definitely got him a white woman. Got him a white woman. All his kids got with non-black people. His son got with a white woman. Them babies, boy. Them babies, boy, if you didn't see the daddy or the granddaddy, you couldn't tell they had any Negro in them. Anyway, back to the sister.
I had another bitch, she was Asian, tried to argue with me over whether I was black. And if you've ever asked me my race, I've told you, baby, I'm mixed with nigga and nigga. I'm a nigga, my parents is niggas, my grandparents was niggas. I come from a long line of niggas. You aren't about to attribute the way that I look to anything other than being black. I look this way because I'm black, baby. But she tried to tell me that because I am black, I shouldn't tell people that I am because I could pass for something better. Y'all are not about to sit here and try to gaslight me into believing that black people are the issue when it's been embedded in you all's minds that black people are inherently inferior. And I'm tired of having to educate you dumb ass, racist ass, ignorant ass. I can't say all that on Instagram, but if you want to get cussed out in private.
Oh, sweetie, especially now. With all the deportations going on, all the statuses being revoked. Oh, yeah. If you haven't been on Black Alpha's live, shout out to Black Alpha. If you haven't been listening to him and Natural Tura, they've been cooking. They've been getting all the info. So, yeah, everybody losing all their little statuses and all their little specialized treatments. Oh, yeah. So, be one family. If you working on the business, stay locked in. We've about to get ready to start having these grants available. And all this money that's supposed to be set aside for us, they're going to become available because these folks they're getting up out of here. And I don't care if you're in a Democratic city, they ain't going to be able to save them. Trump is crashing out presidential style.
When people say, oh my gosh, slavery was 400 years ago, get over it. Now, baby, I live in Mississippi. Slavery just ended a couple years ago. Oh no, we didn't. Here you go. Yes, it did. It just ended. Okay? So I stay in Mississippi in my crooked eye, humpback eye, where slavery just ended yesterday. Okay? I live in a state where the world haven't even caught up with us. Okay? Our minimum wage just changed from $7. It probably still is $7. Matter of fact. But what slavery was just around the corner was. So when we in Mississippi see a group of white boys and one black boy and the black boy don't return, of course we looking funny. Okay? When people get hung from the trees and nobody say nothing and they say that we did it ourselves, of course we looking funny. I'm gonna repeat myself. Slavery just ended in Mississippi in 2013. I'm gonna say it louder for the bitches in the back. Slavery just ended in Mississippi February 2019.
First things first, that's one fine looking sister. That's most definitely homegrown FBA right there. Bless the Lord. That's, but respectfully, because I'm married. Y'all better not snitch either. Slavery was effectively abolished in Mississippi by the 13th Amendment, finally ratified in 2013. Mississippi was the only state in the lower Mississippi Valley that did not abolish slavery during the American Civil War. The state did not officially notify the U.S. archivist of its ratification of the 13th Amendment until 2013. Ooh. Y'all don't deserve reparations. Bitch. Now, B1 family, we need to look after our elders. Now, I'll be having issues with some of my older folk, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want y'all to know, I love my mama. Don't like some of the things my mama did growing up. I love my mama and I look out for her. Because folk will try to do this. Just watch.
I wish I could answer that. I don't know how to feel right now.
This Metro Atlanta woman filled with emotion after she says she nearly died. What she is now revealing tonight about a pharmacy she says gave her the wrong medication. And that's where we're going to begin tonight at 4:30. Thanks for watching and streaming 11 Alive. I'm Ron Jones.
And I'm Faith Jossie, and this is a story you'll only see right here on 11 Alive. A very scary situation. Decatur woman says that a trip to the pharmacy nearly killed her after she was given someone else's medicine. 11 Alive's Chase Howell spoke to the woman who says she's still not feeling right.
How much is your life worth? $500 or maybe a few $1,000s? Well, that's how much Betty Thomas says she was offered by Publix after a pharmacist here at its Flakes Mill Road location in Decatur mistakenly gave her fentanyl patches, causing her to overdose.
My children just lost their father, and then to turn around and have to go through losing their mom.
Betty Thomas is 78 years old and says she has never touched a drug a day in her life. That is until June 5th, when a pharmacist allegedly gave her someone else's fentanyl patches, which Thomas thought was her hormone medication.
I'm throwing up. I'm nauseous. I'm dizzy. I can't go to the bathroom. I am sick.
Thomas says she got so sick, her son came over to take her to the hospital. It was then when he realized his mom, Betty Thomas, had been given Betty Davis's prescription of fentanyl patches. At that point, Thomas says she'd been using the patches for 18 days.
We were all afraid that we were going to lose you.
Deanna Thomas is Miss Betty's granddaughter. She's been dealing with Publix corporate office since this fiasco happened. And on July 7th, she got this email offering her grandma $4,000 to make up for what happened and to cover her medical bills.
It was a straight slap in our face. And it was no remorse. It was, we're giving you more than the $750 that's standard.
I reached out to Publix on Monday and then again Tuesday morning for a statement, but I never got a reply. Since this whole ordeal, Miss Betty says that she's taken those fentanyl patches to the police department to be properly disposed of. As for her healing, well, she says that's just going to take some time.
B1 family, y'all be careful. Now, I don't know how old the story is. I don't give a damn, actually, at this point, because my understanding of it, and I have to go get like diabetes medicine, all that stuff like that, high blood pressure, whatever. When you go, they ask you your name, and you put the number that's associated with your information. They ask your name, and while they ask you your name, they're looking at the name on the prescription. Walgreens, CVS, private pharmacies, whatever. That's proper protocol. They look at the name while you tell them your name, so they confirm the name that they have on the package, on that prescription, matches the name you give them. Then they hand over them, that you pay for it, and they hand over the medicine. Quote, medicine. So somebody didn't do their job. It could have killed the matriarch of the family. I love that they have one. Because, see, both my grandmothers are gone. All right? My grandmother on my father's side died when he was 16. He's 63 now. My grandmother on my mama's side died December 16th, 2003, because my older brother from my dad's first relationship, because my mom was the only one he married. From his first relationship, he died November 16th, 2003. So the fact that they still have somebody in the family that's that old that they can bring the grandkids over, and the great grandkids can come through and see and talk to and hear the stories and get that love and affection. I love it for them. And the fact that they damn near got it taken away from them, no. So y'all be mindful and still look out for your peoples, all right? As much as you can deal with them, all right? Last but not least, I've not been talking about Nolan Wills. I've not been talking about Kadir Skinner. I've not been talking about a lot of people that the Democrats via Ben Crump have latched themselves onto because they've turned it into a circus. Now, another reason why I've not been talking about Nolan Wills is because it seems like everybody's out here trying to get their name up and they clout up on this man's death, including this cat.
Nolan, I could describe Nolan in a million ways. I mean, Nolan was not just a best friend of me, but he was a brother. I grew up through elementary, middle school, high school, and even our freshman year of college. You know, we talked on the phone all the time. We were really close friends. And, I mean, Nolan was like a brother to me. And Nolan lit up every room he walked in. He always had a smile on his face. He always had something good to say. I've never seen Nolan get in an argument with somebody.
July this year. And of course, it's on Officer Tatum's platform. That would make sense. And fair use, Officer Tatum. Fair use. But yeah, this is part of the reason why I've not said nothing, because the more I see this situation like this, because that happened in Mississippi, well, Colin Wiley happened in Mississippi. Crump is basically going on the tour, like a makeup tour, for all the money he's missed. So yeah, we're not doing that. And it looks like my bag's about to die, so let me make this quick. Be one family, stay vigilant. I know there's a lot of frustrations that's going on with what we see in society, but we got to stay vigilant. We're going to stay on it. Remember, we're literally knocking. We're not even knocking at the door. We're literally got our feet in the door for reparations and anti-black hate crime bill. We just got to keep leaning on it. Stay vigilant. Stay delineating. It's FBA all day. Be one. And be sure to order your delineation now shirt or blackout shirt. If you order 2 or more, there's going to be some type of deal or discount automatically at checkout. Peace.